The outstanding individual performance of the day, Ian Wright of Arsenal, 4 against Everton. Magnificent finishing by Manchester City's David White. Liverpool survive, but only just. Very good afternoon to you. Wet and windy in most places. Amongst those affected, the First Division leaders, Manchester United, the pools panel sitting for the second successive Saturday. Let's take a full pools check now with all today's scores with Bob Colston.
Thanks, Elton. Beginning with Barclays League Division 1. Arsenal 4, Everton 2. Chelsea 4, Oldham 2. Liverpool 2, Manchester City 2. Manchester United against Aston Villa is a panel result, 1 point, home win. Norwich 0, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Sheffield Wednesday 2, Wimbledon 0. And West Ham 1, Sheffield United 1. Division 2, Blackburn against Derby County is a panel result, 1.5 points, away win. Brighton 3, Millwall 4. Not on the pools, Bristol Rovers 3, Bristol City 2. Grimsby Leicester, panel result, 3 points for a score draw. Middlesbrough Oxford United, panel result, 1 point, home win. Port Vale 1, Wolves 1, and Sunderland 1, Portsmouth 0. Division 3, not on the pools, Birmingham 3, Fulham 1. Bolton Swansea is a panel result, 2 points, no score draw. Bournemouth 1, Stoke 2. Chester Wigan, panel result, 2 points, no score draw. And Shrewsbury 1, Bury 1. Division 4, Aldershot 1, Burnley 2. Barnet 2, Mansfield 0. Blackpool 1, Carlisle 0. Cardiff against Crewe, panel result, 1 point, home win. Chesterfield 1, Northampton 2. Gillingham 1, York 1. Halifax against Maidstone is a late result. Rotherham 1, Lincoln 1. And Scarborough against Hereford is a panel result, 1 point, home win. GM Vauxhall Conference, Barrow 0, Redbridge Forest 1. Cheltenham 1, Kidderminster 2. Colchester 3, Whitton Albion 2. Kettering 3, Merthyr Tydfil 1. Slough against Bath City is a late result. Stafford Rangers 1, Altrincham 2. Telford United 1, Gateshead 1. Wycombe Wanderers 1, Runcorn 0. And Yeovil 2, Farnborough 2. Besa Holmes League, Bashley 2, Dover 0. Cambridge City 1, Crawley 3. Dorchester 1, Gravesend 1. And Fisher Athletic 0, Trowbridge 4. B&Q League, Scottish Premier Division. Dunfermline against Airdrie is a panel result, 1.5 points, away win. Hibernian 0, Falkirk 1. Motherwell against Aberdeen, panel result, 1 point, home win. Rangers 2, Dundee United 0. St Johnstone against Celtic, panel result, 1.5 points, away win. And St Mirren 0, Hearts 1. Scottish Division 1, Dundee against Ayr, panel result, 3 points, score draw. Forfar Clydebank, panel result, 1 point, home win. Kilmarnock against Montrose, panel result, 1 point, home win. Meadowbank Morton, panel result, 1.5 points, away win. Partick Thistle 0, Wraith Rovers 1. And Stirling Albion against Hamilton, panel result, 1.5 points, away win. Scottish Division 2, Albion Rovers against Dumbarton, panel result, 1.5 points, away win. Alloa Queen's Park, panel result, 2 points, no score draw. Berwick 1, Queen of the South 1. Brecany Stirling, panel result, 1 point, home win. Clyde against Stenhouse Muir, panel result, 3 points, score draw. Cowdenbeath against Arbroath, panel result, 1 point, home win. And finally, another panel result, Stranraer against East Fife, 1 point, home win.
Thanks, Bob. Merry Christmas to you. Here are the score draws. 3, 7, 10, 12, 17, 23, 25, 31, 33, 35, 38, 46, 54 and 56, and only 2 no-score draws, 16 and 53. In fact, there is one more, a game which was called off, number 14, Bolton. So 3 no-score draws, 16, 53 and 14, which isn't actually on there. Tomorrow morning's headlines will be nominated by Ian Wright. 4 goals for Arsenal against Everton at Highbury. Gabriel Clark with the details.
Arsenal 4, Everton 2, just what George Graham wanted for Christmas. 3 points to kick off the holiday campaign, thanks to 4 goals from Ian Wright and an Everton defence a bit too full of the festive spirit. Not that Arsenal's back 4 didn't play their part in an amazing first half. Everton won up inside 2 minutes when Mo Johnston set up Robert Varshika. Inside 60 seconds, Wright knocked in Steve Bolt's flick on. He got his second from close range after Anders Limpar sprung the offside trap, only for Kevin Sheedy to cross for Johnston to make it 2-2. But Limpar tormented Everton all afternoon. He was again the supply line for Wright to get his hat-trick on 26 minutes, and another cross from the flying Swede and another toe-poke finish from Wright clinched the points 18 minutes from time. Arsenal 4, Everton 2.
Thanks very much indeed, Gabriel. Of course, the league leaders, Manchester United, didn't play today, so Alex Ferguson, their manager, nipped down the M62 to Anfield to watch the game between Liverpool and Manchester City. It finished 2-2, reporting Clive Tilsley.
This was an Anfield Christmas cracker. Liverpool in front inside the first 10 minutes through Dean Saunders, were behind inside the last 10 minutes, but Steve Nicol rescued a point for them. It was David White with 2 goals in the opening 10 minutes of the second half, both lifted beautifully over the head of Bruce Grobbelaar, who gave Manchester City the advantage. But Nicol, feeding off a cutback from substitute Mike Marsh, got the equaliser in the 82nd minute. Manchester City have put the brakes on Liverpool's title charge. They almost stopped it completely in its tracks. 2-2 the final score.
Thanks, Clive. Obviously terrible weather on Merseyside. Well, elsewhere in the First Division, Clive Allen scored twice as Chelsea beat Oldham 4-2 in a real thriller. Dennis Wise with a penalty and Paul Elliott were Chelsea's other scorers. Ian Marshall scored twice for Oldham. That's 9 for Big Ian this season. 2 goals at the start of the second half by John Sheridan set up Sheffield Wednesday's win against Wimbledon at Hillsborough. His first was a penalty. And the Sheffield United had defender Brian Gale sent off at West Ham for dissent midway through the second half. Brian Dean put them ahead in the 84th minute, but Julian Dix equalised 2 minutes later for West Ham. That was from a penalty. And Dennis Bailey hit a last-minute goal for the second successive week, and it was enough to give QPR victory at Norwich. Let's have a look at the top and bottom of the First Division. It's just worth pointing out as you take that in that Crystal Palace and Spurs play tomorrow, and so do Nottingham Forest and Leeds. Have a look at the Second Division. Blackburn also one of the casualties today. So it's Blackburn, Cambridge, Middlesbrough, Derby actually were due at Ewood today. Top of the third and top of the fourth. It goes Birmingham, Brentford, West Brom, Stoke and Huddersfield, and Burnley, Mansfield, Barnet, Blackpool and Scunthorpe in Division 4. There is another score draw or no score draw. Score draw, number 24, Halifax. Well, that's all from us this afternoon. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.